y progreso, love, light, prosperity, beautiful collective. We are back. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day on purpose. It is August 11th, 10:36 p.m. Whew, I am going to give it some time for people to join the stream. But wherever you guys are connecting, make sure to tap in and say hello. I'm going to go ahead and put my headphones on just to make sure that the sound quality is okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds real, real good. All right, you guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay on the other platforms. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay on the other platforms. Excuse me. Today was a very interesting day for myself. I was doing some extreme labor today. I'm not mad at it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? But when I tell y'all that my energy was spent, I definitely feel very bronzed. I was in this summer hot heat. It seems like August is making up for June. The heat that we didn't have in June, it's definitely coming in August. And I feel it immensely. It's crazy. But that's neither here nor there. My body is definitely feeling it. I know I'm going to feel it the next couple of days for sure. Hey, Jessica. Bendición. Hey, I see. Thank you for being here. I literally just started my live. I was gonna come on around like 9:30ish. But I feel like this is really like my time. Between 10:30 and 11 is really like where I feel like I connect most with people. Um I would have come on earlier, but I was doing extensive work outside, and I had to rest my body just a moment before I tap in. So I was doing physical labor. Um, and here, I wouldn't call this physical, it's just energetically. Sometimes it could drain me. Mentally, it could drain me. So I try to balance myself and ground myself before I ever come on, because I want to make sure I'm in the best energy for you guys. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I got my coffee. I made me some coffee. My mother-in-law um makes this amazing homemade creamer, and I love to froth my creamer. I'm not that big of like a coffee drinker. My man is, but from time to time I'll drink, a cup of coffee, and her creamer is like nothing like, you can't get it stored. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's her stuff is way better than the store bought. It froths way better. It's like really, really creamy. Hi, honeybee. Hi, DB. Welcome. I don't know if I need to restart. I know sometimes the algorithm, like I see people coming in and out, but I don't know. I think I need to jump back on. Jessica, let me restart. I'm gonna restart, and then I'll be right back, okay? Literally, I'm gonna hop off and come back on because I don't know what's going on. Like I see people coming in, but it's like not consistent. So that right there tells me that I need to restart. Hi Michelle. You guys, I'm gonna restart my live. I don't know. Should I restart my live? Should I restart my live or should I keep it? I don't know. Yeah, let me restart. Let me restart. I'll be right back. If it lets me. Where is the exit? There we go. Sometimes I need to restart everything. Very weird. I don't know. But that tends to help. I eat this snack. I eat this snack so much, and I never. Oh, sorry, guys. That was really loud. Okay. Mm. Um. Okay. Let's try this again. Well, if you guys are on YouTube or Facebook, welcome. God bless you. Make sure you guys subscribe to the tribe if you guys haven't done so yet. Um, where are we at subscribers? That's something that let's see, my channel. 710. Yay. 710 subscribers. I love that. God bless the 710 that we are at right now. I know that number keeps going back and forth, but that really makes me happy because we are growing. We are thriving, slowly but surely. Um, hey, Jessica, we're back. Hey, lady. Hi, Kitty. Welcome. Hey, Ashley. I had to restart my live. Um, we're going to keep this one going. Hey, hey, we're back. We're back. I think I may do some energy pulls just depending on the energy, or I may go into collective. I don't know just yet. Just really seeing what the energy is. No, that one, the Damiana, it'll be a botanica. I don't think the Spanish herbs will have that. Damiana is a great herb for like love spells, especially if we're going to be doing a glamour magic. Um, that was the herb that I was called to, or you can just order online. I mean, I like to go visit a botanica, just to see kind of where the herbs are. I always cleanse my materials regardless, but I would definitely, I would definitely, what is I'm trying to say? I would definitely try to either shop or go to a botanica, but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have them at the Mexican store. That's like a real specific herb that needs to be that you need to get at um high stuff that you need to get at a botanica. Do you have a botanica? Where are you, Jessica? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I be trying to remember, but it's so many of you guys that, you know, forgive me. Forgive me. But there should be California. Yeah, there should definitely be lots of botanicas near you. Mm. Now they may have them at the stores in California. I'm not sure, but I know here in North Carolina, it's mainly at a botanica. Have you been to a botanica before? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So definitely, definitely check a botanica out. Yeah, you're definitely gonna want to get it there. So this deck is really calling to me right now. You can get it at a grocery store. They even sell it at Walmart. They sell it in a can. They sell it in a can. Hey Tony, long time. God bless you, bendición. How are you? I hope you are doing well. But yeah, you can go to Walmart or you can go to like any grocery store, even like a Spanish store. They'll have goat milk. How you been? Have you not been getting notified, or you just don't be on social media like that? Damn, it's really been a while since I seen you. Not surprised. Not surprised. I mean, you're welcome whenever. But yeah, God bless you. Um, Jessica, I don't know what's going on. What is going on here? It's doing the same thing. I'm just gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going. Thank you for sharing. Um, it's so weird. It's like it's just not pushing it out. It's been like 1.5 years, right? Boy, where you been at? Do you follow me on YouTube? If you don't, subscribe. That way you can get the collective energies. If you're still into that, of course. You know, people's things change over time. Thank you, Jessica. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, you guys. Love, light, prosperity to each and every one of you. My name is Lady Madam Divine. Thank you, AJ, for the follow. My name is Madam Divine. I am an intuitive psychic medium. I do have the gifts to channel messages from loved ones who have crossed over. I am also a Reiki practitioner. I focus on deep healing. Hello. I am a intentional jewelry maker. Okay, I make lots of protection jewelry as well, all handcrafted. And I'm also a published author. So TikTok went ahead and changed my profile back to personal, so you're not able to locate my link in the bio, but that's okay. I have my link posted on Instagram and all of my other platforms. Hi Kiki, welcome in. Um I am thinking about either doing either a collective energy or do a general pulls. Not sure yet, depending on the energy. I'm really big on reciprocity, especially after a day that I had today. Like when I tell you I was in that blazing ass, hot ass sun, North Carolina heat. I was on top of roofs today, cleaning out gutters. For me to come on today, I didn't think I was gonna have the energy, but of course, this is what I do. That I live stream. I come on. I try to come on almost every day. There are some times where I have to take a step back, to clear my mind, clear my energy, because doing this type of work can be extremely draining. But with that being said, we will be tapping in. I may do some energy pools, or I may go ahead and tap into a collective, all right? Just depending on the energy. But you guys got to make sure you guys are following, okay? I see all you guys tapping in. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. It is truly an honor and a blessing. I will open up with prayer. I always open up in prayer because I want to make sure that I bless the space and make sure that I am aligned with who I need to align with. Um, Oh, okay. Well, I'll be doing energy pulls, Tony. So if you just stick around, I mean, I may do energy pulls or I may do collective, or you can tap in however you want to do it, however you feel comfortable. Hi, welcome. Look, Jessica, everybody's coming now. Let me go ahead and open up my prayer, you guys. If you guys make sure to tap the screen, this is an interactive live. I love connecting with all of you guys. Right? Make sure you guys are tapping, make sure you guys are following. I am gonna go ahead and do my call to prayer just to make sure that we cleanse the space. I am streaming on multiple platforms, so you guys can definitely check me out. Normally, I have a link in my bio on TikTok, but TikTok is changing shit. So whatever the case may be, we here, okay? If you're new here, let me know. Let me know. If you're new, drop a rose in the chat. And if you've been here before, drop a sunflower. All right. I am currently live streaming on YouTube, so make sure you guys are following there. You guys can always go back. Hi, Estrella. I see you, girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got a lot of new people. Well, welcome. God bless you guys. God bless beautiful souls. Hopefully, it's not the first or the last. If you guys have a friend or somebody that you guys feel would like this collective energy, then go ahead and share the live with them. Okay. I'm a straight shooter. Straight shooter. I am blunt as they come. I'm a big Sag, okay? Big fire energy. Hi Nubaru. So I see way beyond. I'm a seer. Okay. I'm not a traditional tarot reader. And nothing, I'm not saying that I'm bigger than the program or anything like that, but I am not your traditional reader. I see way beyond. I like to use cards. I like to use different tools. I use dice, I use rods. I tap in with spirit. I'm highly gifted. I thank God for my gifts. I'm very spiritual. Not really religious. Even though I do have a religious background, I was born and raised in a Christian faith. But even with that, like I just had so many questions, especially with my gifts. It was something that it was told to me that it was demonic and that it wasn't something that was valid, and they would try to make me feel like I was crazy. And like how can you tell somebody is crazy when you actually see a spirit? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this was when I was younger. The older that I got, I finally got out of the traditional belief systems, and I had to kind of deconstruct religion and really find my way with God. And through my lessons, through my experiences, I have been able to build a broader relationship and a more personal relationship with God. I am a firm believer in prayer, and this is why I always open up in prayer, because I feel like that is my way of connecting with Source, my way of grounding the energy and making sure that we make the space sacred and safe. Because a lot of you may be carrying a lot, right? A lot of you guys may be carrying a lot on your mind, a lot on your heart. So I want to make sure that I am in the right space to open up the platform for you guys. Okay, I am not here as somebody to criticize you or to make you feel bad about your choices. I am just here to speak truth. Okay, and I do it in a way where it is respectable and where it's well received. I do not push any doctrines, I do not push any practices or beliefs on anybody. When I tap in, especially if you tap in for like a reading with me on live or in private, I always call on to your guides, right? Because I want to make sure that I'm getting the messages from directly from Source, because I don't know y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't know any of you guys. um unless you guys have, visited me multiple times on my live. But I have done lots of mediumship. I've connected a lot of loved ones with their loved ones who have crossed over. I've given a lot of clarity. I'm also based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So if any of you guys are in the area, I am part of wonderful community, a spiritual community out here in Charlotte. I've done a couple pop-up events, and I've had a lot of you guys who have come to me and sat in front of me and got readings in person. I even had somebody, I don't even want to say somebody, it's Kamika. Kamika has been following me for 5.5 years, I want to say, and she's all the way from Chicago, and she found out about my pop-up event and she showed up. She literally flew from Chicago all the way to North Carolina, and that was such a blessing and an honor to finally meet somebody that has been, watching my progress and watching my journey, and then to actually sit in front of me and do a reading. That shit was so powerful. So I don't do this for funsies. Okay, I don't do this for funsies. I do this to bring clarity. All right, I do this I'm really big on elevation, and I'm big on self-love. And the reason why I'm big on self-love is because I had to learn valuable lessons. I was, in a lot of situations where I didn't love myself, and I ended up harming myself way more and causing more damage. So I'm a firm believer in healing, and I'm a firm believer in elevating your spirit and becoming the best version of yourself. So if that's where you are on your journey, then welcome. All right, this is definitely the right space for you. And there are wonderful things that I am partnering with here. So if you guys want to follow me, you want to follow my journey, by all means, go ahead and follow. Okay, check out my profile, and check out all my other platforms as well. I apologize that my link isn't in my bio. TikTok recently changed mine to personal, and that's okay. But we'll get it fixed. All right, we'll get it fixed in due time. But, anyways, that is a snippet of me. All right, there is so much that I do. But primarily, I feel like my main focus, my purpose in life, is to guide and be that beacon of light for people who are seeking it. All right. Yes, I do believe in God. I literally just explained that. I believe in God. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for allowing that space for me to open up. Now I'm gonna go ahead. It's okay, no worries. I was stating that I have a relationship with God. I was raised in a Christian faith, in a Pentecostal, which was a very, very strict doctrine. Up until I was like in my 20s, and I questioned so much, and I had some gifts, and the church really they really knocked me down. They made me feel like it was demonic, and they didn't embrace my gifts. And that's when I started deconstructing religion and really tapping in with God. Yeah, it really is. I'm originally from New York, so I had to go to school in skirts. I had to go in below zero. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't able to cut my hair. I wasn't able to wear makeup or jewelry. It was just all crazy things like that just didn't make sense. And for me, it just got to the point where I was just like, um, and it's not even church hurt. I just, I questioned so much in religion that I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me. I am somebody that's I'm very deep. I'm a deep thinker. And especially with my gifts, navigating my gifts, the church didn't embrace my gifts. They made me feel like I was like demonic. And that wasn't something that was inviting to me. So I had to let the church go. But just because I let the church go, that didn't dismiss my connection with God. If anything, it strengthened my connection with God. So, yes, I do believe in God. God is my source. He is my faith. My faith is the reason why I'm still standing. There have been a lot of things that I have gone through in life and that I've experienced. And I feel like that has all of those things happen in order for me to come into my purpose. So I'm grateful. I would do it all over again because it would put me right in the same position. And mind you, my family is still religious. I'm the first. I'm literally first generation. I consider myself a healer, a spiritualist. I don't consider myself a witch. Nothing wrong with people who consider, everybody has their own thing, but I consider myself a healer, curandera. This is something that my ancestors have done prior to me, and it's just really tradition. It's rooted in tradition, and I want to keep my traditions alive. So, I'm grateful that my ancestors chose me to break out of the traditional norms and to really push through because our ancestors, a lot of them really struggled. They couldn't be open with their spiritual side. A lot of them had to hide. A lot of them couldn't really be open about it. But now, in the day that we're in now, a lot of people are able to express, even with the backlash, right? But we're still able to express without any harm being done to us. Now, in other countries, that's not the same case. People still do get killed because of their faith. And I thank God that that is not the case with me. I've been following for over 4 years. She prays to God every time. Yes, I do. That's what I'm saying. My relationship with God, my relationship with prayer started as a child. So I still carry things from my childhood into my practice. But my spiritual practice is my spiritual practice. You know what I'm saying? So I love the relationships that I form with people, that have been watching me for years. This isn't something that I just come on. Like I literally live stream. I'm a live streamer. I'm a spiritualist. I come live as many times as I want. This is what I do for a living. I don't have this is my career path, my purpose. So if you guys see me live on different hours of the day, this is what I do. This is my calling. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into prayer. If you haven't done so, please make sure to follow. Hey Tracy, by the way, love and light to you. Mucho bendiciones. And if you guys haven't done so, go ahead and share the live. I would really, really appreciate it. Depending on the energy, I may do some energy pulls or I may go into a collective. Whatever you guys are feeling, you guys let me know. But I do need the interaction on the live, okay? And I'm not saying that you guys aren't, but it's very important on this app for whatever reason that you're tapping and interacting. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and tap into my prayer, okay? Padre nuestro que está en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Hold on. Let's get this distraction out real quick. There we go. All right, y'all, let's clear it out. Padre nuestro que está en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestra ofensa como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación, libéranos del mal. Amén. Ave María, Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres y bendito es el fruto de tu vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. Gloria al Padre, al Hijo, al Espíritu Santo, como era en el principio, ahora y siempre, por los siglos de los siglos. Amén, amén, amen. God above all, I give you thanks for this time, space, and energy that you have aligned me with this wonderful collective. I believe in you, and there's a reason why you have aligned me to come and give me the strength to come today after today's extensive work outside. God, I thank you for all the blessings and all the love that you continue to pour. I ask that you use me as the beacon of light to shed truth, perspective, and clarity to those who are seeking it most. I ask that you allow whoever needs peace, healing, or community to allow them to find my stream wherever they are, as your messages are timeless. God, I ask that you please anoint me at this time as I now tap into the divine collective. Archangel Michael, I call upon your divine protection. I ask that you protect me from my crown all the way down to my feet and extend that to the viewers wherever they may be watching from. God, I ask that at this time you rebuke all energy that is not of you. Any disturbances, distractions, any malice, any evil intent being sent my way, we rebuke that energy. We transmute and alchemize into plenty of abundance for not only me, but for my collective. God, I thank you for all that you continue to do. I call upon the Ascended Masters based off of the Akashic Records for truth and divinity at this time. I also call upon my divine ancestors, my loved ones who have transcended in love and light, my soul tribe, my soul family. I call upon my spiritual core, my santos, my eguns, my muertos, las gitanas que me acompañan, los indios que me rodean, my son Three, my son Pepe, my grandmother Emilia, my best friend Sierra, as we now tap into the divine collective. Whatever messages you have, anoint me. Keep this safe space sacred as we now tap into the divine collective. May your angels accompany me and keep me abundant in your light. I give all thanks and gratitude. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. We bless this space. Amen. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. God bless you guys. All right. We're going to go ahead and tap in. If you guys are new here, I appreciate you guys being here. I always start with my call to prayer. I don't play about my spiritual practice or my space or my collective. I always want to make sure that God aligns me with the right people, the right energies. So if you guys are here, know that it was in divine alignment, divine timing, and we are here. Okay. Now, I feel like tapping into a collective energy, nothing too extensive, but I'm really feeling a collective energy. If you guys are cool with that, go ahead and drop a sunflower in the chat. I'm big on sunflowers. I'm a daughter of Oshun. So I always pay homage with the sunflowers, and it's my favorite it's literally my favorite flower, and it's my favorite color. And for the longest time, I always used to say, welcome to the Garden of Healing. Instead of Garden of Eden, it's the Garden of Healing. And I always like to see the flowers, right? Because I love flowers. And I feel like, for so long, a lot of people, their garden was very dried out. Hi, Dolores. Your garden was very dried out. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in here, just know that we're going to pour into you. All right. We're going to make sure that you get replenished, that you receive what you truly deserve. Okay. We're really big on that. Like, know your worth and stand 10 toes. I'm big on boundaries here too. So sometimes I do collective energy. Sometimes I do energy pulls, but I know when to stop, right? Because I know my worth. And I not saying that some of you guys like to siphon my energy, but we be having monitoring spirits that be coming in and thinking that they could just get shit for free. And that's just not how it works here, okay? I do have my price list on multiple different readings, so I can show that to you guys once I'm done with the collective. But if you guys are here, let's go ahead and tap in. I see all those beautiful flowers. Hello, Cam, bendición. Cam got a spirit guide reading yesterday, and she was blessed with 3 of her loved ones who have passed. So she knows who is walking with her. So that is also a reading that I offer too. If you ever wanted to know who is walking with you, how you can connect with them, and what type of jobs you can do with them, you guys can book it. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's tap in. Um, I have my other deck too. The Illuminated Tarot. I haven't tapped into this one for a while, so we're gonna tap into it today, okay? All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Hi, Crystal Bendición. How are you? I hope you are doing well. You are just in time for a collective energy, okay? Let's tap in. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Nova, I see you. What is the energy here for this divine collective? And if you guys want to run back this reading too, you guys can go ahead and follow me, subscribe. Actually, subscribe to YouTube, okay? Because I don't know what's going to happen with this platform. But I always say, if you want to run it back, if you have to leave, you guys can always run back your messages. 11:11. It's 11:11 on the East Coast. We're going to start at 36 minutes. And I try to do my best to put the timestamps in the description so you guys can just jump in. What's up, Blaze? You are just in time. I see you on YouTube. Make sure you like the video if you haven't done so yet, okay? We're going to tap in. This is collective energy, okay? This is for all signs. Doesn't matter where you have it aspected in your chart, whether you're masculine, feminine, all right? Or if you're a cross watcher, all right? Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Thank you, Estrella, for the heart me. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you send your heart me, okay? Join the team. All right. Ooh, we have the 6 of Wands. Or excuse me, the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. So we have spades here. So a lot of you guys are in this transitional phase. All right. We're in this transitional phase. You're either leaving something, you're moving away from something, or you are literally in this new transitional phase. A lot of you guys are leaving all of your worries behind, right? Everything that stressed you out, everything that, brought you anxiety, anything that remotely kept you like mentally distraught, mentally anguished, okay? Because the swords have everything to do with the mind, okay? Anything that kept your mind distraught, it's like you're like walking away from that. You're like, you know what? I'm just not going to pay any more mind. I'm not going to put any more energy into it. I'm just going to leave it and surrender. And this moon here, I feel like we have a new moon coming up, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody knows, put it in the chat for me. But the moon, spirit is showing me the moon, and I feel like not even I feel, because I feel is the intuition, right? The moon is associated with the intuition, so, and also divine. Okay, so tomorrow, the new moon. So for a lot of you, especially with this, we have the 8-8 portal. Okay, we have the full moon, we have the 8-8 portal, and now we got a new moon. There have been a lot. There's been a lot of channeling, a lot of energy, like a lot of momentum in the past I want to say 6 weeks. Past 6 weeks have been very intense for you guys. All right. So very strong divine feminine energy. A lot of you guys are stepping in, whether you're masculine, right? We all embody masculine and divine feminine energy. But the divine feminine energy is the intuition, listening to your inner voice, following your truth, right? Listening and honoring your truth, and also being in this energy of receiving. Okay, because a lot of you have for a long time have been operating in the masculine energy, which there's not a problem with that, right? unless you're not balancing, right? If you're moving in that authoritative role, that's cool, that's fine, right? Because you have to. But there's a need for you to balance, learn the balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. You can move in the authority, you can move forward and make the actions that you need to, but you also need to balance it out with the intuitive. Okay, you also need to follow through on that inner voice. You need to trust yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's something that in the past was very strong. It was very hard, right? It was like something very overpowering. Like you would doubt yourself. You would doubt, like, okay, I'm feeling this, but um I just don't know what to do with it. So instead of like honoring yourself, honoring your truth, you will allow yourself to be stuck in a stalemate energy. So I see a lot of you guys transitioning from this phase, especially leading up to this new moon. The last 6 weeks have been a lot of changes. A lot of you guys have released a lot, people, places, things that just are not in divine alignment. That they're not in divine flow. They don't. It doesn't honor you and where you're meant to go. Okay, if this is you, put a number one in the chat. If this is you, put a number one in the chat. Spirit, for the divine collective. For the divine collective. Thank you. Yeah. A lot of you, there have been a lot of things, especially with your heart, that you've been contemplating. So again, your heart and your mind. Your heart and your mind. Hi, Bria. Bendición, mama. God bless you. Welcome. Make sure you like this video if you haven't done so yet, okay? But a lot of you guys have been weighing a lot of options on your heart. You've had a lot of things come up to the surface, but you haven't done anything just yet. It's like you've been contemplating. You've been like kind of like holding on, like, okay, I know this is what I feel, but I'm not going to act out. I'm also seeing Aries energy, okay? I'm seeing Aries energy. So Aries is the emperor. Aries is like the divine leader, the divine role model. For a lot of you, you guys have held this standard of being a top role model. You have a lot of people who look up to you, who maybe depend on you, right? Because you're about that. You know, if you say you're going to do something, you do it. You're an action filler, is how spirit is bringing it to me. You also have like a plenty, like a plentiful. You are very abundant. You are somebody that is very nourishing, somebody that you give like a fresh breath of air, but sometimes that can be exhausting because you have everybody that is wanting to seek that. And that's where you need to allow yourself the you need to allow yourself the space to keep that boundary up, right? Because not everybody is allowed that access unless you give it to them. All right. And that's where I say, you know, you make the conscious decision of allowing people in your energy. And you also make the decision on blocking people or revoking access. Not everybody needs to have full access to you, right? A lot of that needs to be built up over time. So be mindful of the energy that you put out, because I see that you are somebody that you have a lot to offer, and that's great, that's wonderful, right? But not everybody needs to feel the impact. It's not for everybody, okay? All of the blessings that you are blessed with, you know, people have eyes on you, okay? Because the spirit is showing me the eyes here. People have eyes on you. So make sure that you are also protecting yourself, okay? We have the Justice card here. So I feel like right now in your life, collective, the universe is literally balancing everything out for you, okay? The universe is really trying to bring in fairness and justice into your life. So whoever wronged you in the past, whoever did you wrong, Whoever took from you, whoever stole from you, whoever mistreated you, whatever the case may be, right? It's like the universe wants to let you know that karma is about to collect. Okay? Karma is literally about to collect. So what that means is without you having to lift a finger, the God is going to make sure that you are blessed and favored. God is going to make sure that he honors all of your blessings, all of your goals, everything that you want right now. God is going to make sure that you get it. And people are going to have to witness that. And I literally had this conversation the other day where I was saying, God will prepare the table amongst your enemies. And I feel like it's feast season. And the person that is about to feast is you. Because for so long you were eating breadcrumbs. For so long you were receiving bare minimum. And that's because you allowed that. But now the way that you're moving is like, when you know better, you do better, right? When you know better, you do better. And when you do better, trust and believe you're going to have hating ass eyes. You're going to have jealous souls. You're going to have envy. You're going to have people who are going to want what you have. But what is for you cannot be taken away. And that's something that you have to know that's very powerful, right? What is for you, what is meant to find you, what is meant to reach you will never pass you by. But if something closes out, if there's a door that closes out, it's okay because it wasn't meant to be. Don't be upset about some opportunity that didn't present itself. It wasn't meant for you. At the end of the day, God's rejection is protection. So if the opportunity didn't pan out for you, trust me, there was probably some funky energy there that was gonna throw you off. Okay, so just know that by you surrendering to the universe, by you surrendering to source, by you surrendering to the most high, whoever it is that you believe in, trust and believe it's about to be feast season. Everything that you lost, you're about to reclaim times 10. All right. Yes. I love this energy, y'all. I love this energy. Let's tap into the traditional tarot. Holy Spirit, holy angels for the divine collective. For the divine collective. Listen, these transitions that these challenges that you had to kind of face, I know that it was hard. All right. I know that it was very difficult for you to make these changes. For a lot of you, it was very uncomfortable. And change can be just that. Change is very uncomfortable. But the Most High wants you to know that by you proclaiming and by you surrendering to the energy, all your blessings are about to come in full. Okay, a cornucopia, because Spirit is showing me a literal cornucopia right now, especially around the fall. Fall is your season, beloveds. Okay, fall is your season. The last 6 weeks have been difficult, but watch the next 8 weeks. All right, so right now we're in August, September, October. Okay, so between that time frame from 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to start seeing a windfall of blessings come in. Okay, unexpected income, unexpected checks, unexpected opportunities, new resources, new opportunities, profound friendships and connections and relationships. And it was because it was always meant to find you. And if you feel like if you feel, and I've said this before, right? If there's something on your mind that's heavy, right? Like a goal or something that you're wanting to fulfill, that's your higher self reminding you, right? Because your higher self already had it. Let me say that again in case that went past you. If something is heavy on you, like say right now, your focus, like on your mind, you want to open up a boutique, right? You want to open up a boutique, or you want to start a new clothing line, right? Your higher self already had it, meaning that it's just time for you to catch up with it. It's time for you. If it's grind time, if your mind has been heavy on it, it's because your future self already had it. So that's why it's heavy on your mind. Can I get an ashe in the building? I'm telling you, man, things are about to shift for this collective. What's up, Miss Parker? Hey, Ashley. Bendición, mamita. Spirit. I see it. I see it. I see it. Listen, a lot of those broken people you had to release because you kept taking on burdens that weren't yours. Ooh. 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 And listen, when you leave, so does your protection. When you leave, so does your love. When you leave, so does your abundance. Okay? So these people about to fuck around and find out. Okay? These people finna find out real quick. Okay? We have the Page of Cups in the reverse, the Ten of Wands in the reverse, and the Strength card in the reverse. So that just tells me whoever was trying to siphon your energy was also trying to destiny swap. Okay? They were trying to take what was destined for you. But again, the chosen, you're chosen. You're chosen by the divine. Look at that. The 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Your fortune, your abundance, your blessings are for you. They're for your taking. So they thought that whatever they thought that they took is nothing compared to what you're about to receive. And I feel like that's the biggest FU, right? The biggest revenge for a lot of you. You guys didn't focus on these energies. You didn't focus on what they were doing. For a lot of you, you just gave it up to God. You prayed to your ancestors. You said, you know what, God, whoever did me wrong will feel the wrath of my ancestors. They will feel the wrath. They will know not to fuck with a spiritual one like me. I'm hearing that heavy. And you didn't even have to lift a finger. All you had to say was just speak it into existence. Anybody who took from me, anybody who stole from me, anybody who tried to manipulate, anybody tried to play me in my face, God, you're going to show them. You're going to show them not to fuck with a spiritual one like me. And they're going to feel it. So listen, if you don't know who these people are, I can most certainly guarantee, I can most certainly guarantee that these people's lives are about to take a complete turn. A turn for the worse. A turn for the worse. And you will know who was preying on your downfall. Ooh, I said it. These people's lives are literally going to turn. It's going to completely flop. All right. They're going to lose their job. They're going to lose their housing. They're going to lose their car. And it's going to be one thing after another. It's like they're not going to catch a break. But you know what? That's how karma works. Because nobody told you to fuck with me in the first place. Okay. And listen, we're spiritual over here, but we're also realists. Okay. Like, just because I'm spiritual, don't think that you can't get that spiritual whooping. You know what I'm saying? Because my ancestors they're gonna whoop your ass for trying to fuck with me, for trying to steal from me, from trying to play with me, manipulating and trying to bring false dreams, right? Like broken. These are people who they were fulfilling on nothing. Just straight up broken promises. People that just had so many burdens, and instead of elevating you, instead of elevating your spirit, they drained you. They drained your energy bank. These people took from you. And look, the 10 of Pentacles is here. Like, your wealth is about to go on the rise. You're literally about to gain everything that they took from you. Let's tap into the places. These are certain places that will be relevant to you, to this collective. Could be places that you're heading. Let's see. If If you guys are on YouTube or Facebook, welcome. I see you guys. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done so, okay? I know you guys can't see me. Sometimes I show my face and sometimes I don't, but I'm on the other platforms if you guys want to see my face, okay? Let's tap in. Places for the collective spirit. Places. My list will open after, so if you guys like my readings, you like how I tap in, by all means, let me know. We have hospital here. We have hospital. So could be some sort of medical care, or maybe a treatment center, or maybe somebody going to a hospital here. Maybe you work at a hospital. We have river. Ooh, that's my favorite spot, y'all. If y'all know me, I'm always at the river. All right. Places. And my feather literally fell on top of the hospital. My long ass feather. I actually got this at the river. So there's some possible news here. Maybe something here in regards to the hospital. Somebody going to the hospital. Could be a family member, doesn't necessarily have to be you. Or this could be the very people that we were talking about, right? Somebody falling sick out of nowhere, because that's also something. We have flowing waters, riverbank views. So when I see the river to me, it basically means like, so the river is something calming, right? And the how the waters run, it's constantly running. So that is how you need to see your abundance. That is how you need to see your blessings. Like it's endless flows. All right, just how the river flows, so does your abundance. Okay. And especially for this new moon, if you guys are wanting to manifest new opportunities, new money, this is something that you can utilize. All right, you guys can go to the river, obviously bring some offerings. Okay, I always bring offerings to the river, but you guys can bring, change, fruit, whatever you feel in your heart, right? If that's something that you want to do, and then you just make your manifestation, like, I don't know. That's how I do it. I'm not trying to tell y'all what y'all need to do, right? But if some of you want to do that with this new moon to welcome in this new energy of abundance, then by all means, okay? And we also have nightclub. So for some of you, maybe there's a time for you to really just enjoy yourself. Okay. Maybe there's a need for you to really explore what is out there. Not necessarily saying you have to go to the club, but you can definitely, maybe it's been a while since you've had like a girls' night out. Maybe it's been a while since you've went out with your siblings, or, like, lighten the mood. Life doesn't always have to be so serious. Okay. And then we have garden. We have garden here. So the garden, again, this is your bloom season. This is your time to grow. This is your time to I'm hearing glow up for some of you. Even like your home, for some of you guys, if you guys practice like feng shui, maybe change some things around your home. Maybe change where the placement of the of your couch is at, or maybe move a mirror. Always make sure that things are tidy, because your home, the way that it is a reflection of how your mind is. So if it's chaotic, if you have things like all over the place and you can never find things, then that is a reflection of how your mind is. Just a simple breakdown. If you're somebody that's very tidy, very neat, that explains how your mind is. Like, you're very organized. You're very well thought out. You take your time. You're not rushing. Things like that. Let's get some angel messages. Angel messages for this collective spirit. Angel messages. Angel messages. Angel. Ooh. It says you feel an undeniable urge to communicate an important message to someone, and the words flow right out of your mouth. The angels are channeling their guidance through you. You've been chosen as an angel's helper. So, for some of you, there may be somebody that you may come into contact where you feel the need to, like this sudden urge, right, to share a message. Know that you are also a portal and a channel for other people. Know that you are also an angelic guide that somebody has prayed for, somebody has been looking for. So allow yourself to be that portal, but also cleanse and purify yourself so that you don't get stuck with that stagnant energy, okay? One more for this collective, and then we're gonna go into readings. Oh, we got two. It says rainbows are a special gift from the angels. They are spreading their magnificent light as a bridge to guide your past, your troubles, to guide you past your troubles and onto the next level of your journey. So some of you guys may be seeing some rainbows, and this is just a sign from the universe letting you know that they are bridging that gap for you wherever you are. If you've been feeling troubled, if you've been feeling stuck, know that the angels are here to guide you, okay? Archangel Raphael helps heal the sick and injured. He conveys his presence with auras of emerald green, light, and the number 999. His flowers are the iris and lilies of the valley. Emeralds and malachite help you connect with this healing energy. So, especially with that hospital, if in the near future there is a situation where a loved one or even yourself, right, call out to Archangel Raphael, okay, and you can use malachite to help you connect with his healing energy. 999 may be something significant to you, and 999, anytime I see 999, it's like almost to completion, like you're literally about to close a cycle, not just yet, but you're literally in that phase about to close a cycle. So keep that in mind, okay? Also, emerald. You may see a lot of green too, and that is just kind of a reminder to let you know that maybe, you need to call on his energy for healing at this time, okay? This is what I have for you, Divine Collective. I pray that this resonated with you. If it did, go ahead and drop a number 1 in the chat. Wherever you are located, doesn't matter what platform you are on. Thank you so much for allowing me the space to tap in with you guys. I know we chatted a little bit in the beginning, but this collective was honestly such a great message, and I'm so glad that I was able to deliver it here for you guys. I see a lot of people resonated. I love that. I love that. If you guys didn't catch the full spectrum of it, you guys can check it out on YouTube, of course, okay? My list is now open. I'm going to go ahead and remove myself so that you guys can check the price list. If there's something on here that you guys see or that you're remotely interested, definitely let me know. All right, the list is now open. There are multiple types of readings that I offer. I know for the longest I was doing 15 and 35, but there are also other ways for me to tap in. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you're wanting to tap in on a reading, right now is the time. You guys can go ahead and let me know, and I'll direct you on where to send payment, okay? Thank you so much. Also, you guys, if you want to book a private as well, you also have that option as well. I know some people just don't like doing their readings on live. When I do private readings, I offer, with your permission, of course, I record it, and I post it. But you get a private link so that you can always run back your reading if you have any questions, or if anything came back on the reading that you wanted to run back. You guys can have access to that reading whenever. And if you wanted to share it with somebody, you can also share it as well, okay? If anybody would like to tap in for a reading, go ahead and drop a sunflower or a number 1 in the chat, either or. That way I can direct you where to send payment. Ooh, about dropped on my decks. I'm going to go ahead and flip myself back on. Here we go. We had about 300 people. Not bad. Not bad. I wish there was a way for me to make myself a little bit smaller on this screen, but it doesn't give me that option, and I wish it did. All right. Whew. Well, let me go ahead and jot these timestamps down before I close out. How's everybody else doing though? And now I can talk because I'm not in the middle of a collective. Y'all can let me know in the chat how y'all doing. How was y'all day? I was on top of a roof. Me and my man was on top of a roof today. A couple roofs. I think 7. We were cleaning out gutters. That was crazy. But you know what? I'm Georgie's daughter. And Georgie's daughter is very versatile. I be doing all the things. I don't even know what to name this collective, so I'm just gonna put collective. Um, sometimes I know what I want to write, and sometimes it doesn't come to me, so I apologize. Sometimes you're gonna get titles, and other times you're just gonna get collective energy. Okay. Come on. Hopefully that updated. Hold on. There we go. All right, y'all. I'm about to head out. I'm gonna go ahead and post a live for you guys. If you guys want to run it back, of course, please do. And make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you set the notification bell so when I come on, you guys don't miss out.